In today's class, we are going to discuss about digital communication. This is the first topic in our syllabus. And before that, what is meant by communication? We all know that communication is nothing but the exchange of information. Do you know any example for a communication process? Yeah, mobile, fax, whatever. Any form of information that is transmitted between a sender and receiver is communication. Now we are going to see what is digital communication. Digital communication is nothing but any type of information that is sent digitally. Digital in the sense, what do you mean by digital? Binary, in binary form, that is in ones and zeros. We are going to transmit the information in terms of digital form. That is called digital communication. And I have given some examples. We have emailing, texting, teleconferencing, video conferencing, all these come under the category of digital communication. So what do we understand from this? When we compare the normal verbal communication or vocal communication, digital communication will be easy and it will be more advantageous when compared to other forms of normal communication. So here we are going to discuss what are the basic elements of a digital communication. Block diagram of a digital communication system. We have a transmitter side and the receiver side. And what do you mean by the channel? It is nothing but connecting medium between the transmission and the receiving side. So this is the basic block diagram of a digital communication system, and we have the various blocks in it. In today's class, we are going to see what each and every block does in this block diagram or something. So first we have the transmission side. The transmission side is what we can say the transmission side. The sender will be at the transmission side and the sender will send the information and we are going to transmit that to the receiver. Okay. So information source and input transducer. The information source will be of what form? Either it will be in digital form or analog form. Both. It can be anything. Analog means what it will represent? Normal voice signal. Whatever we speak, it is nothing but an analog signal. So an analog signal or a digital signal. An example of a digital signal can be a computer output. Anything can be a digital signal. So that information source is at the transmitter side and we have an input transducer. What is a transducer? Transducer converts one form of energy to another. So transducer converts our analog signal into an electrical signal. So after the first block, what it will be there? An electrical signal will be there and it is the information signal. That is our voice signal is converted into an electrical signal at this point. So I have given information source. What is the information source? It can be an analog signal or a digital signal. And an analog signal is nothing but an audio or video signal and digital signal is binary signal. So that will be present and the next block what we have is a source encoder. The electrical signal is given as input to the source encoder. The source encoder converts the electrical signal into binary form. That is the only function of it. It just encodes our analog signal into binary form. So I have given the source encoder converts the information into digital signal consisting of ones and zeros. So after it is converted into ones and zeros, we call it as the information sequence. Here we call it as the electrical signal. After this stage we got what we call information sequence. The collection of binary digits, ones and zeros is called as an information sequence. Hereafter when we represent or when we tell it, we have to say what we have to say. We are transmitting the information sequence, not information source. The name is changed from information source to information sequence. So the information sequence is given as input to the channel encoder. The channel encoder, what is the function? The channel encoder is used to provide noise immunity. Noise immunity in the sense, what do you mean by noise immunity? When we are transmitting an information from the source to the destination, during the transmission process, some noise will be added. Like what we can say, when I am talking, the sound from this AC is a noise. It is an unwanted noise. So all those noise will be added and it will what it will do to our data? It will corrupt our data. So the channel encoder is used to provide some noise immunity. So how can it provide a noise immunity? For that purpose, we are adding some redundant bits to the input binary information sequence. We have an information sequence, let it be 1011. To that, extra bits are added and these bits are called error correcting bits. These bits are called error correcting bits. These bits are used to overcome the effect of noise. So we have some specific error correcting codes for that, like parity check, longitudinal redundancy check, and all those will be discussed in the further classes. So we have some error correcting codes or error detecting codes, and using that we add some redundant bits. After that we have the digital modulator. What do you mean by modulation? Modulation is used to convert a low frequency signal into a high frequency signal. We have a carrier signal and that carrier signal is added to our information sequence, and after that the modulated signal is transmitted to the channel. Now we have the main part, the channel. The channel is used, what is the purpose of a channel? Connecting medium between the sender and the receiver, or from the transmitter to the receiver. So we have that either it can be a wired channel or wireless channel. Wired channel, in the case we have the coaxial cable, twisted cable, all those cables, and in the wireless we have our mobile air or vacuum. Example is our mobile communication, satellite communication, all those come under the category of wireless communication. So next one is the digital demodulator. Demodulation is nothing but the reverse process of modulation. Demodulation is nothing but the reverse process of modulation, and it is the first block at the receiver side. It will be present in the receiver. Demodulation is done at the receiver side, and after demodulation the analog signal is converted into digital and our information is reconstructed. The next block is the channel decoder. In the channel encoder, what we did, we added some redundancy bits, and in the decoder side we are going to remove those redundant bits, and thus we have done the error correction. Now we get the original signal. The next one is the source decoder. The decoder is just used to obtain our information without any loss of information. After that we have the output transducer. The output transducer converts our electrical signal into physical voice signal. So it's clear that these are the basic elements of a digital communication system. We have the source information that is first passed through the source encoder. Here it is converted into an electrical signal. After that it is converted into binary form, and this binary form some redundant bits are added for noise immunity, and then modulation is done to transmit it over long distance through the channel, and after that demodulation is done at the receiver side, and then the decoding process, that extra bits are removed, and then source decoder, and then the output transducer gives us the output physical form. So in the next class we will discuss what are the error correcting and detecting codes available, and then we will move on to the other.